Hello everyone, my name is Pappy. Welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play. Yeah, I know there's a lot of those out there on YouTube currently, but I thought I would give a little bit of an input to the world because I have seen a lot of, I don't mean to offend anybody, and I'm not thinking of anybody in particular here, but a lot of kind of silly Minecrafters. They don't really know what they're doing, they're a little bit, not childish, because most of them are older than I am, but it's clear to see that they are trying to aim at a demographic of kids, and I'm going to try to aim a bit more my age and above. I'm in my teens, by the way, late teens. Um, but one way or another, I'd hope that you guys are going to enjoy this. Paptopia is the name of the series, by the way, because my name's Pappy, and Topia is a relatively generic kind of grand city name, as if everything was great. Utopia, I know, is a large kind of built up area. I'm probably boring you guys. We're gonna obviously survival, but we are gonna put on the bonus chest because you guys have probably seen time and time again people collecting wood. Don't worry, we're gonna have plenty of that at some point. But straight off the bat, I like to give myself a little bit of a help because at the end of the day, you guys are gonna get bored stiff if every single video of a Minecraft Let's Play is just someone chopping down some trees for the first 10 minutes of the video. It's not too great. And as a seed, in case anybody wants to play along at home, we're going to be Paptopia. Simply because that's the name of the world, and hopefully all is good. That's Paptopia with a capital P at the start, by the way. So I think no cheats, generic structures. We could do large biomes, could do amplified, but let's keep it default. I think that's good. Let's create this. I'm using a texture pack called Sphax Pure BD Craft, by the way, 128 by 128, with the textures for like here we go. Let's have a quick look around. Just lots and lots of trees. I forget what that's called exactly, the kind of dark oak forests, but we'll get into it soon. Yeah, but yeah, using some of the textures for the 64 by 64 version of Sphax, simply because the 128 version didn't seem to have the textures for like iron ore and diamond ore. I noticed whilst I was playing through the other day. So if you just if I go into resource packs, if you overlap them like this, then all will be fine. Minecraft will check if this has a texture for a specific block. If it doesn't, then it will move on to this one, and that will fill in. And if that still doesn't have a texture for a specific block, then default will kick in. I have a fair few others. I wanted to see how the 16 by 16 one was because I hadn't seen it at that kind of rate before, that ratio. And by the way, canvas is a nice little texture pack. I may use that later on. It's basically an alternative from Fateful. It's relatively true to the default pack, but let's get into this anyway. Am I in normal difficulty? Let's lock that. Don't want you guys thinking I'm cheating or anything. First things first, food is usually what I aim for. We've got a nice little starter of wood and things, which is thanks to the bonus chest. I completely understand. But I always found it's a bit boring if I do nothing but collect wood for the first like 5-10 minutes. It's quite a nice little beach area. My dream goal for the series is to actually make Paptopia, Utopia, out of a village. Huge big kind of place. I don't really know exactly what it's going to be like. Is that 2001? That is 2001. I don't know how many of you guys play Fallout 4, but it looked like a Brahmin there for a second. Two-headed cows that have had that caused to them. They're in the entire Fallout series. You don't have to just play Fallout 4. You can play Fallout 3, I believe, had them. Hell, I think the first ever Fallout even had them. I think that's just a little island off in the distance. That might be an interesting place to set up your first base. Ooh, is this a ravine? This is a ravine. Nice. Skeleton down there. Right, as I say, food is the first thing. Oh, yep, take up the inventory. We're gonna throw that on the ground, by the way, and pick it back up just so that I can get the getting wood inventory. Uh, getting wood inventory. What am I on about? Getting wood achievement. I'm sorry. It's been. I would say it's been a while since I tried recording, but I tried recording like what 10 minutes ago, and I was using OBS, Open Broadcasting Software. Um, I just can't get the settings right. It's honestly a really good. Um, how do you describe it? Broadcasting software, I guess. Sorry for the occasional lag spike, by the way. That they will go away, but as I'm walking here, new chunks are being loaded in by the game. So occasionally I do have a little dip just below 60. A lot of people say, oh, you can't see above 30 frames per second. I completely disagree. I can't really tell above about 60 or 70. If that's an extreme hills biome, I'm gonna go and build there. Probably not a good idea to swim there though. I can't tell above 60 or 70, and I blame that on the fact that I've been gaming. I sound like a nerd. I've been gaming for years. No, I've been gaming for about, well, technically like 15 years. I am relatively young. My first console was the Sega Mega Drive, I think it was. My uncle bought that for me, and I remember whenever I got really annoyed when I was stupidly young, I'd end up almost crying, and I'd get him to come and play the game for me until he won the level, and then he'd pass it back to me, and then I'd continue playing until I got stuck again, and he'd play again. Oh, that's quite nice, actually. I quite like that kind of layout of mountains. So, I like the kind of stone look, and I know you get that with a lot of mountains, but often on the top it's more like right around this level it is just dirt, and I don't find that quite as appealing as just nice huge big stone mountains. I've never really been out of my home country. I live in the UK, Scotland, very much. And this kind of scenery reminds me of, like, I don't know, somewhere a bit further north, but at the same time a bit further west, kind of more, I guess, kind of Canada region, kind of mountainous areas of Canada. It's gonna be hard getting up there, but how about we just build into the side of the mountain for a bit, get this coal. I have, Oh, I can't remember if I was trying to mention this in the start of the last recording or if it was at the start of this recording. But one way or another, as I said, I've seen a fair few YouTubers that don't really know much about the game, even though they've probably been playing it longer than I have. And I admit, yeah, I Google things when I don't know about them. So I actively try to learn more about this game, but I do feel like I know more about this game than I see a lot of YouTubers saying. And maybe they do know more about the game. Now, this isn't like the big, huge Minecraft YouTubers. Well, I say huge. Maybe they were just huge back in my day. The back when like generic B still played Minecraft more. Maybe he does now and again, but recently he's definitely not uploaded as much as he used to, especially considering he has an entire server essentially dedicated to him, the hermit, and that's Hermitcraft. But Mumbo Jumbo, he knows a fair bit, more about Redstone than I'll ever know. However, I do like myself a bit of Redstone now and again. I'm not amazing, but I mean, the only two YouTubers I've listed so far is Generic B and Mumbo Jumbo. So, I mean, them being the two kind of main influences for me using Redstone things. We will get around to Redstone contraptions at some point, but of course, can't do that without any redstone on me. Gonna continue to scale up this mountain. I'm hoping. I don't really know what I'm hoping for, to be honest. Just want to get a good view of everything right now. I'll consider making a home up here, but I don't have many resources to start building one. There's a lot of. That's one thing that I do like about mountain biomes. The extreme hills. My apologies. Extreme hills, yeah. The kind of starting benefits because you get all this coal just exposed on the sides. It's really useful. I quite like this kind of oasis area. It's got a really nice feel to this. This is one of the nicest extreme hills biomes that I've came across for quite some time. That kind of oasis area as well. I try to scale across to there. But yeah, as I was saying before briefly, the kind of Minecraft YouTuber community is primarily full of, from what I can tell, people who maybe just act a bit more silly than they really are. I believe a lot of people are like kind of putting on an act when it comes to their, not idiocy, that's a really harsh word. I don't think they're idiots whatsoever, and they don't even act like it. They just act like they are less knowledgeable about the game, so that the kind of audience can learn with them because they seem to be aiming more at the demographic of people who are new to the game. Um, but sometimes that can kind of come across as if they were aiming at the age demographic of people who are new to this world, simplifying their language, refusing to swear as much as they can. Of course, I don't think swearing makes a good YouTube video. Hell no. I try to swear as little as I can, but I'm not going to replace the F word with fudge or something like that. If I really need to say it, I'll say it. But right now, I don't because everybody knows what I'm talking about. But I've been rambling on about absolutely nothing for a while. Essentially, what I've been trying to get out of this is I want to bring a slightly more adult feel to Let's Plays that doesn't just like overpower you with people who have no idea how to conduct a YouTube channel. Hey, I haven't uploaded a YouTube video in a year, and the last YouTube videos that I did upload were of me with friends. I didn't talk to the audience at all because, to be honest, I didn't have much of an audience. I still don't have 12 subscribers. I think 12, maybe 13 now. Who knows? But yeah, what I'm trying to say, I'm sorry I keep on getting sidetracked. You will notice that a lot. And I will also stop apologizing for it eventually. You'll just need to accept it. But yeah, what I've been trying to say is I hope to kind of aim at a demographic of slightly older and maybe even slightly more experienced Minecraft players who just find watching Minecraft quite therapeutic. I find playing it quite therapeutic if you just listen here. Oh, well, that noise wasn't very therapeutic, but the noise of like breaking blocks like that and picking it up. I'm not into is it ASMR? The kind of auditory stuff you can listen to. This would be a nice place for a house. This would be really nice. But like with people just getting all real close to the microphone and whispering in your ears. Sometimes they make some weird mouth noises. Yeah, that kind of stuff. I'm not into that kind of thing. But when you hear a nice noise, you hear a nice noise, and I find the kind of noises of just mining away at Minecraft. Hello, squids. Mining away in Minecraft and things like that quite therapeutic. Even just like this motion of bobbing along with the quite beautiful kind of scenery going on, bit of a sunset going on, moon's coming up. It's chill. It's nice. I don't know why no music's playing. I quite like hearing a bit of background music in Minecraft. I'm not a huge fan of Minecraft music, but it's just nice to be there. I guess it kind of drowns me out a little. That's probably good for you guys. We'll make our crafting bench here, and we'll pop down a stone pickaxe. There we go, and destroy that. Yep. And then we'll mine away at this iron. Now, I know you're never meant to dig straight down, but if a lava lake isn't exposed on the surface, the next nearest lava lake to you is going to be at the 11 y coordinate. And at the moment, as you can see, we're at the 62 y coordinate. That's that one just here. Therefore, we do not need to worry about digging straight down just right now, unless by the off chance we fall into like a ravine or something and just fall to our deaths, or even fall into all the way down into the Y11 coordinate and fall into lava. But I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I guess Not many people who die in Minecraft think they're going to die in Minecraft, but as I say here, if lava ain't exposed on the surface, it's not going to be exposed for a while. It's weird how the lighting hasn't updated for this little corner here. I think I'll mine away at this for now. It's weird how we're not seeing many mobs. Yeah, we're locked to normal. Oh well, they're probably all in caves or something. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how long we've been recording here. In fact, here's a good indicator. In fact, statistics. Minutes played, almost 13. So yeah, what I'll try to do is I'll carve out a little home for myself. I'm going to try to keep this relatively near the 15-minute mark for the first episode, but later on when things get a little bit more interesting, I'll probably start recording in half-an-hour sections, and if we get into big projects, I might even record in hour-long sections. But for the time being, whilst all I'm doing is introducing you to the world and showing you where I'm setting up shop for now, which will be in here. For the time being, it will just be 15-minute sections. I'll do some mining work off camera because I'm sure you guys don't really want to see that. I might keep recording for it though, so that like if I come across diamonds or anything, it's right there. By the way, just to remind you, the seed is that or Paptopia with a capital P at the beginning. If you guys do want to play along, can torch this place up, pew, and block the outside world off. Make this just a little bit bigger, and then we can think about closing up the episode here. As I say, I will do some mining off camera so that I can get a bit more cobblestone. I'll quickly place this down and do, 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 and place that there. Right, this is our setup. Oh god, we've got 64 coal already. That's nice. Last world that I was playing in, we were nowhere near that. I'm gonna waste a bit of coal to cook this 3 salmon so that I have a bit more food. And then I'll probably expand out, make a farm next episode, and as I said before, I'll do some mining. So thank you guys very much for watching. How do you like my skin, by the way? I quite like it. It was originally based off of a different skin that I saw online. It's just like this, but the suit is black rather than pink. But I really like this color. Call me girly. I don't care, but I like the color. But there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you in episode 2. Peace.